Adding the dog in here makes it so sad, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me. No way. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Josh. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. We're going to be getting into some Shippuden today. Last time we left off with Naruto beginning to confront Nagato and Konan, and it seems like we're going to be getting to get Nagato's perspective, maybe some of Konan's perspective here, which I've been really excited about, to be honest. Like, I think ever since, you know, we got Jiraiya's backstory and, you know, learned about Nagato, Konan, and Yahiko, and then there was that, you know, that gap of information where we thought they died, but obviously we were like, they kind of seem like they're involved with pain. But once we learned that they actually are pain and they killed Jiraiya, you know, there's just always been this in the back of my mind, like, all right, what's their true story? I want to know what brought them to this point, because Nagato is such an interesting character. I mean, even though I don't agree with necessarily his whole vendetta, or like maybe the way he's not vendetta, but the way he's going about trying to solve this problem of you know, conflict in the world, hatred in the world. You know, it is a very interesting way. He's still taking on, he still cares, right? He, like Naruto said last episode, he's not like the rest of the Akatsuki members just killing for fun. He seems to have a greater goal, right? Doesn't seem, he does. But yeah, I've been very curious about that. Let's recap the character ratings quick from last episode. We gave MVP to Naruto around him trying to understand Nagato, and that's what's leading to this point, right? And trying to overcome his hatred. He's really grappling with that. Love that he's taking that on, and it's obviously very difficult, really realistic. And for the best moment, we gave that to Minato and his conversation with Naruto. Love, you know, seeing the response of Naruto, and once again, a very raw and realistic response with all the confusion and mixed emotions, and just, man, the fourth Hokage, what a beast. I wish he was like a real character in the show, or not like a real character, but like alive right now, because he's so cool, man. I love him ever since, like, even just like the myth and the lore of him from like the very first episode of Classic Naruto. It's always been like, oh, the fourth Hokage, man, the fourth. And then, you know, learning about him and like seeing Minato in action, he's just, I don't know, man, he's such a presence, and like he's very calming too. It's not even like he's just badass, he's like calming as well. I love his voice. And then we skipped over Funny Sensaka last episode. But if y'all want to see more about why we chose those characters, check out the review section of last episode. We go a lot more in depth. I think with all that being said, we can go ahead and get in these episodes. If y'all enjoyed them, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. I appreciate y'all's support and spending time with me to watch some Naruto. Let's go and get into it. Is he still alive? Gamma looks so small here. This is present day, right? Yeah, okay, it is, yeah. Oh, you can see it too. That's kind of confirmation that it's the two children of the prophecy too. Yeah, no shit. He'd probably freaking kill you. Yeah, he's too good. Let's go. Gosh. I'm already getting sad. It was Nagata who bumped it. Oh man. You know he's gonna blame himself. Oh man. Why did the dad just go and attack right away? Like, you don't know that they're gonna try to kill you. No shit, guys. Yep, see the leaf. Yeah, some of the consequences of war, man. Damn, the Rinnegan opened up then? Oh. So the first time with Jiraiya wasn't really the first time. Dang. Yeah, that grief probably just stays with you, man. Yeah, kind of like blacked out. Dude, imagine being like a little kid and having to bury your own freaking parents like that. You just be scarred for life. Yeah, when does he meet Yahiko and Conan though? Damn, right into the puddle. Little pooch. Aww. Cute. Oh. Man's best friends. He needs the company though. Damn, dude, he's a kid though. That sucks. Brutal, man. Ugh, they got a full basket. Damn, man. Adding the dog in here makes it so sad, dude. Even the dog is like suffering with him, man. I hate it. Okay. He seemed like a very polite kid. Like, even when he was starving, he had an opportunity to steal. He didn't steal, right? Like, yeah, give some to the pooch. Damn, Conan's super happy.
Conan, なんだよそいつらは。
ごめん、死にかけてたから。
犬まで拾ってきたのかよ。たく。名前はチビ。割った名前だな。お前。いや。
Chibi's the dog.
その時俺は今そこにいるコナンとヤヒコという少年に出会った。どちらも戦争孤児だったが、二人は力強く生き抜こうと必死だった。俺は二人の仲間に加わることになった。
すごい、こんなに食べ物が。
ここにいるつもりならお前にも食料の調達をしてもらうぜ。
調達どうやって？
盗むんだよ。
盗むは悪いことじゃ。
バカじゃねえの？このご時世、俺たちは自分たちだけで食っていかなきゃいけねえんだぞ。綺麗事言ってられるかよ。
綺麗事。
Yeah. This is a change in Nagato, probably.
やらなきゃ生きていけないんだよ。わかったな。
Justifying your actions for survival. I mean, what human or animal in this case wouldn't do that, you know?
ほんの少しでいいの。お願いします。
お前たちにやる魚なんてあるか、あっち行け。
何をケチ。
なんだとこのクソ。
Damn, that he got a huge fish there. Even the dog is doing his share.
待ちなさい。
Oh,
ちょっと。
damn. They got a whole operation going, man.
よくやったぞチビ。
ほら。とっととどっか行け。
なんだ。
いい野郎だ。今度やったらこんなもんじゃ済まねえぞ。
I got lucky, yeah. There's some adults who would treat you way worse than that.
乱れた小国に孤児を支援する施設など皆無だ。身寄りのない子供たちが生きていくにはそれしかなかった。そんな状況の中でもヤヒコは希望を捨てなかった。ヤヒコは希望を捨てなかった。
二人とも大丈夫かな。たまにはこんなこともあるさ。
そうだね。
Oh, man.
長門。
I feel like somebody's gonna go steal all their food at some point. Because they were like starving when they met Jiraiya and them.
僕にはでかい夢があんだ。世界征服だ。
でっかい制服。
そうだ。世界のてっぺん取ったらもうこんな思いはしなくて済むだろ。
Yeah, damn, bro.
たまったら僕を産んでくれた父ちゃんと母ちゃんが浮かばれねえ。そうだろうコナン。てっぺん取ったら何もかも思いのままだ。
これじゃあまるで神様みたいなもんだね。
Hmm.
戦いもなくすことができるかな。
Jeez.
大丈夫か。
We get caught up in the middle of a battle. Um,
忍びが戦ってやがる。しかも半蔵と木の葉の忍び。
そこで戦っていたのがジライア先生たち。後に木の葉の三人と呼ばれるし、
yeah.
相手は雨隠れの長半蔵。戦いは熾烈を極めていた。そして
チビ。
No. Oh, man.
どうしよう。
No.
息してないよ。
チビはハトだ。
They, of course, just have to add a freaking dog in to make me even more sad, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. No. Guys.
くそくそくそくそ。
That's making me sad.
でんだ。こんな戦いの続く世界なら僕がこの世界の神様になってやる。
この時ヤヒコの夢が俺の夢になった。
Hmm.
長門、いつまでも泣いてるんじゃない。やられていつまでも泣いてるだけじゃ何も変わらねえ。この国と同じだ。僕はこの国を変えてやる。それには口だけじゃなくて力がいる。
力って
忍術を学ぶ。
忍術。誰に？
半蔵と戦ってた木の葉の忍びたちだ。
I mean, Yahiko was really the bolder one, man. Very much the, like, Nagato was pretty gentle kid.
きっとあいつらはとんでもなく強え。
Him taking on Yahiko's dreams kind of starts to shift that.
僕は半蔵が嫌いだ。夏が雨隠れをこんな戦場に変えちまったんだ。とにかく僕は強いやつの弟子になる。あいつらを追うぞ。
追っていってもその人たちがやられてたら。
その時はそいつらを倒した奴らを探す。とにかく俺は決めた。食い物は長く持つものだけにしろよ。
他は捨てるの？
いや。
チビ。じゃあね。
Rip Chibi, man. Chibi MVP. A sucker for animals, y'all.
あんたと八百屋の親父と果物屋のおばさんとで分けてくれ。ある意味あんたらには世話になったからな。じゃあ元気で。
ごめんなさい。
That's nice of them. Still, like, giving back. They know how the people have helped them. They're not just, like, stealing out of pure, like,
簡単ではなかった。
I don't know, just hatred or something. They're just trying to survive.
子供だった俺たちが戦場の奥深くに踏み入ってうろつくことに他ならないからな。
絶対にマスクを取るなよ。霧に混ざって毒があったら遺憾の終わりだからな。
I was about to ask about the masks.
大丈夫？
Careful, dude.
ムービートラップだ。
Aiko's a natural man.
どうだ？
You sure do.
俺たちは強くなるんだ。
Man, it was real impressive for them to survive this.
こそはずもなくこの葉の3人は簡単には見つからなかった。だがヤヒコは諦めなかった。俺たちはより戦地の奥に向かった。激しい戦いの場所であればあるほど3人たちは活躍していると思ったからだ。
Damn, dude. It's terrifying.
頑張れコナン。
I would have died right there and then, man. I can't rock climb like that.
なんか爆発の音が止んだね。
ここはやばい。
Oh, God. Ooh. Bro, Nagato's crazy, even as a little kid, before he even learned any ninjutsu. It's insane. Rinnegan's strong, bro.
ここは奴らを見つけたよ。
運命は俺たちを木の葉の3人のもとに運んだ。俺たちはついに見つけたジライア先生を。
Man. Loving the backstory, y'all. This is cool. Damn, this is cool. It's just kind of jumping back to when they fought Hanzo.
運命は俺たちを木の葉の3人のもとに運んだ。なんだお前。俺たちはついに見つけた。
Goes up and asks for food right away. His pain's there. Damn, that was a cool
だが
shot.
俺は木の葉の忍びを受け入れられなかった。
Yeah.
それはお前にもわかるはずだ。
俺たちに忍術を教えてくれ。あんたたち木の葉の忍びだろう。
ありがとう。これお礼。
殺すこの子たち。
Oh man, that part geeked me so bad when I first saw this.
いっそのことここで殺してやる。
Just so Orochimaru.
よせ、オロチマル。お前は綱手と先に帰ってる。わしはしばらくこいつらの面倒を見る。はあ？せめてもの償いだ。
両親を殺したのは木の葉の忍びだ。
I really want to see the conversation with Nagato and Jiraiya from Nagato's perspective.
そうか、どんどん頼もしくなるな。
それから4人での生活が始まり、少ししてある事件が起きた。
事件。ヤヒコ。
忍びの残党が俺たちを襲ってきて、ヤヒコが殺されかけ、
This fucker.
俺がその忍びを返り討ちにしてしまった。
The Rinnegan's so cool.
それも無意識に。
大丈夫か、ヤヒコ。
どうやら俺には特別な力があったようだ。リンネガンの道術だ。その剣があり、忍びの修行に乗り気でなかったジライア先生も俺たちに忍術を教えるように。
Oh, it's right after this. I forgot about that.
己の身を守るための忍術だと言ったが、俺だけに関して言えばリンネガンの力をコントロールさせるためだったようだ。だが俺は自分の力が怖かった。
Yeah, I don't blame him.
身が己を暴走させた
Each time he's kind of lost control.
と思い込み、罪悪感に苛まれたのだ。しかし先生は俺をそこから助けてくれた。
この前のことか。
I miss Jiraiya, dude. He was such a good person.
あの時ヤヒコが傷つけられた時、ものすごく相手に腹が立ったんだ。頭が真っ白になって無我夢中で、それで気がついたら相手は倒れてた。その後すごく怖くなったんだ。憎くて我を忘れて僕が相手を、僕のしたことは間違ってて、本当はもっといい方法が。
アガト。わしもそれが正しいのか間違っているのかよくわからん。だがお前のおかげでヤヒコは死なずに済んだ。友達を守った。
Hard to label that as right or wrong.
いいことをしたはずだ。誰もお前を責められはしないの。
Still feels that guilt, though.
気がつくと俺は先生を認めていた。
傷つけられれば憎しみを覚える。人を傷つければ恨まれ、罪悪感にも苛まれる。
だが そういう痛みを知っているからこそ人に優しくできることもある。人は痛みを知るからこそ成長できる。そして成長とはどうするか自分で考えることだと。痛みを知り考えどう答えを導き出すのか。
I don't know if that's exactly what he was saying, bro. Telling you to be the more mature person, not to necessarily just interpret it your own way.
にも答えは見つかっていなかった。
But you can't blame him for interpreting it his own way. That's part of growing up too.
であるようにな。その時の俺の答えはすぐに見つかった。
僕はただ二人を守りたい。どんなに痛みが伴うことがあったとしても。
そうか。
先生はいつも何を考えているの？
この世は戦いばかりだ。憎しみばかりがはびこっている。わしはそれをどうにかしたいと考えとる。平和とは何か、その答えが知りたくての。
They are growing up, man.
3年修行で身も心も強く成長した気がした。だが先生の言葉がいつも心の奥で引っかかり止まったままだった。先生はその答えが俺の輪廻眼に託されている気がすると言っていた。
Interesting.
はるか昔、人々は常に争い戦争が絶えることがなかった。今よりもひどい時代だ。そんな時代にある一人の僧侶が現れた。初めてチャクラの真理を解き明かし、世界を平和に導き、
Sage of the Sixth Path?
忍衆という教えを説いて世界を回ったと伝えられる。時が経ち、忍衆は忍
Cool.
われるようになる。
Lore.
忍術は武力ではなく人々を平和に導くための教えだった。その僧は陸道、
Yeah.
この世の救世主だと言われた。
Interesting, man. That's cool.
お前と同じ輪廻眼を持っていた。我安寧秩序を
It's interesting that it's all like the Sharingan commas around him too,
しか人々が本
or apostrophes.
来ると信じていたんだろう。もしかするとお前は仙人の生まれ変わりかもしれんの。お前の目に仙人の思いが託されている気がするわい。
He took quite a different path, though, man.
俺に平和を託し、そして先生は俺たちの前から去っていった。俺たちはヤヒコをリーダーとして行動を始め、
Dude, that's so dope. Look at them.
極力武力に頼らない平和を構築しようとした考え、皆が賛同してくれた。しかし世界は岩、木の葉、砂の三大国間で戦争をしていた。雨隠れの長ハンゾーは俺たち組織の噂を聞きつけ近づいてきた。
Ooh, really?
俺たちを無視できなくなってきていたからだ。ハンゾーは俺たちを主軸にし、三大国への平和交渉を行おうと持ちかけてきた。俺たちの力で平和の合意を三国から得ようというものだ。
Big task.
その考えに協力することにした。しかしそれが全ての災いの始まりだった。
Oh, God.
俺たちは子供だった。
災い、何があったんだってばよ。
Is this when Yahiko's gonna die?
そのせいで
Oh.
ヤヒコは死んだ。
死んだ？
それは全て半蔵の
For real, dude?
雨隠れの主権を我々に奪われるのではないかという疑念。それだけのためにヤヒコは後日交渉を行うため落ち合うはずだった場所に木の葉の暗部たちを含め、
Dude, you piece of shit, Hanzo.
半蔵は木の葉の断蔵。
Oh, my. And freaking Danzo's a.
断蔵は火影の座を奪うため半蔵と組み、半蔵は己の主権
God, dude.
と組んだ。
Danzo, you piece of work, bro.
たちの組織は邪魔だ。
Oh, it's Conan there.
あのお前にはここで死んでもらう。こうすればこの女の命はない。この赤い髪のお前、それでヤヒコを
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
そうすれば女とお前は
No way.
やめてナガト、私のことはいいから二人ともここから逃げて。
ナガト、俺の
Oh.
僕はただ
Oh, dude, this is awful.
どんなに痛みが伴うことがあったとしても。
ナガト、
やめて。
早くしろ。この女が死んでもいいのか。
Dude, this is awful for Nagato, man. Awful for all of them, but especially Nagato. He just wants to protect them.
こんな。ヤヒ
Oh my God, he ran into himself.
コナンと何としてでも生き延びろ。お前はこの世の救世主だ。お前だったら本当に。
Jesus, dude.
僕にはでっかい夢があんだ。
Heartbreaking, man. That's freaking awful. I hate the hatred's welling up inside of me for Danzo and Hanzo. God, you piece of shit. Oh, and then you're just gonna kill them after too.
こんな戦いの続く世界なら僕がこの世界の神様になってやる。はじいたどうやって。
Oh my god. So this is why they thought they all died. Ooh. Oh, fuck, man.
コナン、ヤヒコを抱いてじっとしていろ。やるな小僧。わしのカトンを食らいながら逃げ切るとは。
Oh man. No shit, dude.
ないな、その目。やる。血寄せ。デドーマゾー。
Oh. Damn.
なんだこれは。
ナガト、これは使っちゃダメ。
Ooh, looks familiar. Oh, this is cool, man. Learning about his power too. Dang. Oh, this is how he like takes the souls out. Yeah, you can see his soul getting sucked out of him though. He wasn't the leader, just the strongest. Dang. Oh man. Look how different he looks, man.
ヤヒコは死んだ。それから俺はヤヒコに代わり組織のリーダーとなった。
God, fuck Hanzo and Danzo.
なのに前と何も変わらなかった。両親が死んだ時と同じだ。俺は間違っていた。俺の出したかつての答えはクソ以下だと気づいた。命の恩人であり、俺の夢、命をかけて守りたかったかけがえのない友。
I'm sure Nagato would have rather have died there.
それが二つ目の痛みだ。
Damn, bro, that was heartbreaking. That scene with Yahiko, man. Yahiko's a beast, dude. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get the review section here. Yeah, didn't disappoint at all. Very sad, of course, very sad, heartbreaking to, you know, get more background and actually see Nagato's pain from his parents' death to Yahiko's. I mean, honestly, both tragic, but Yahiko's death especially was like really, really sad to me, man. And even Chibi, the dog, as well. I think just in general, like something I liked about these episodes is it really conveys the brutality of war really well, or kind of the consequences of war that aren't necessarily the direct conflict itself, right? Like the introduction with Nagato's parents' death is such a, you know, a consequence or a, you know, a symptom of war, right? Is civilians getting involved and being killed accidentally, right? Because this wasn't something that these Leaf Shinobi could tell that they were, you know, civilians. They thought they were just other Shinobi because this was in the, you know, the battle or war zone or whatever. And unfortunately, they make the mistake of, you know, just defending themselves or attacking to an extent. You know, maybe if Nagato's father hadn't attacked, maybe there would have been a moment of, you know, a pause there, but still, it's, you know, regardless, it's pretty tragic that civilians get involved. You know, it's kind of like that total war thing, right, where civilians get involved in the war a lot more than just the armies themselves. I think it's really realistic. I also thought it was really sad that like Nagato was the one who exposed them too when he knocked the vase off. Like, if anything, I feel like that would make his guilt that much worse, right? Like, and we don't necessarily see him blaming himself for his parents' death here. You know, obviously he gets traumatized by the Leaf Village themselves, the Leaf Shinobi, but yeah, I just feel like that would be another layer of just like, damn, like he was the one who kind of exposed them there. It was also interesting that that's the first time, I mean, at least as far as we know, that Rinnegan was awakened within Nagato there, and the first time he experiences like hatred, or once again from what we can see, the hatred that brings Rinnegan out, and he blacks out. You know, it happens multiple times here where Rinnegan kind of comes out from, you know, hatred itself, or a large emotion like hatred. And I just really like the journey that Nagato goes on, because he is such a quiet, reserved, and respectful, kind of high-mannered kid. Like, a little bit, he has some ideals to him, right? Like, we see him starving and suffering, and despite, you know, asking people and seeing that they do have I wouldn't say a lot of food, but enough to spare for a kid who's starving, he still doesn't go and steal. He's kind of just taking it in on himself, even though there is some level of like temptation there. And he has a dog with him, a companion now who he's responsible for to a degree too. But obviously this leads him to Yahiko and Conan saves him originally. Conan also so different than she is now. You know, she's a very sweet kid too. Like, you know, obviously she's a kid, but like she's very playful and a little joyful, even though she's a war orphan. I thought that was kind of interesting, seeing a little bit of her switch in demeanor as an adult now from where she was. You know, her origami was like a source of joy for her. Now it's a weapon for her, you know. But that, you know, kind of that manners, or those ideals that Nagato probably was raised on and grew up on, were pretty much quickly squashed by Yahiko. Yahiko's like, you know, we're just gonna do what we gotta do to survive. You can't, you know, just hold yourself to those ideals in a time like this. It's, you know, you gotta survive. And that does remind me a lot of kind of Jiraiya's backstory with going and trying to find the different shinobi, and there's the ones who are like kill or be killed, or you know, so many different ones. And Yahiko was one of those people who Jiraiya was looking for to be the chosen one that the prophecy was speaking of. And it's not really necessarily the right way to think to bring like a greater level of peace, at least from Jiraiya's perspective. Obviously Nagato has a different perspective on that. And, you know, we see the progression of Nagato's character change more and more as they do find Jiraiya, or even like, you know, Chibi dying, and it kind of being another consequence of war, is another layer of this, of trying to kind of push down your pain and gain power, right? Go after power, go after ninjutsu. That's why they go after ninjutsu. But then that to be kind of reflected against Jiraiya after he takes them up, and talking about the Sage of Six Paths, and kind of the origin of ninjutsu was ninshu, and it was kind of like just more of like a shinobi creed to, you know, lead or guide somebody to a path of peace. It wasn't about just power, which I think is really interesting. Yeah, I mean, it can make sense to like martial arts and like real life. Like, martial arts are a lot more about like, you know, it's fighting, but and like it gives you power, but it's much more about like controlling your emotions and using it in the right moment, using your power in the right moment to defend yourself or the people you care about, and kind of mastering yourself. Now, I'm no martial artist, I haven't been exposed to that. That's just me off my very novice understanding of it. But from people I've talked to, it's a lot of more like about like mastery over oneself versus, you know, gaining power to, you know, fulfill some ambition, kind of like Yahiko's going after here. So I think it's interesting that was kind of reflected from Jiraiya's, you know, talking to Nagato about Rinnegan and the Sage of Six Paths, and him maybe being that reincarnation. And you see how Nagato, learned to trust a leaf shinobi through Jiraiya and his character, which I think is really great. But obviously it isn't enough after this Hanzo ordeal, man. Ugh. Hanzo and Danzo, you pieces of freaking shit. I hate them so much, dude. I have so much hate for them. I'll kill them. They have pain coming their way, man. Yeah, dude. The fact that Danzo was involved in there too is just freaking hilarious. Not surprising at all. He was after the Hokage title even back then. Piece of shit. But yeah, they set them up. And man, the scene with, of course, like he tries to make Nagato kill Yahiko to save Konan. And I think that's so tragic because like the one thing that Nagato got out of his conversation with Jiraiya after, he was struggling with that guilt of killing that shinobi when he was in the Rinnegan state, even though he was protecting Yahiko, was that, okay, like, I know that it's okay to protect my friends, and I'm going to protect my Yahiko and Konan, no matter what pain I endure. And in this situation, he is forced to choose, and he can't protect both of them. He's put in a situation where he can't live up to that dream or that goal of his. So heartbreaking, man. And Yahiko running into it himself, I think, is a beautiful sacrifice. Like, Yahiko almost took on what Nagato's dream was there, or like, how he interprets this responsibility, and Yahiko goes and protects them and passes down his real dream to Nagato to, kind of be that savior to bring peace to the world, world domination, right? Yeah, dude, Yahiko, man, that was so sad. And then obviously we get to see Nagato's power come out full force here before he has all the pains and whatnot, but it connects to the powers of pain, which is really cool. All right, let's go ahead and do the character ratings. For MVP, I'm gonna give it to Yahiko, man. His leadership in general, I thought, was really interesting to see. He was definitely a very strong kid, and even though maybe he doesn't have the best mindset in terms of his grand goal, similar to kind of how we've been picking apart Nagato's ideology with trying to bring about pain into the world to get everyone to understand it through a grand weapon. Yahiko might have been a little flawed, but he was strong. He was a resilient kid and a leader, a natural leader. And ultimately that self-sacrifice was just so tragic, so heartbreaking, but like admirable too. Just what he did for Nagato, not make Nagato be put in that position. For the best moment, I'm gonna give it to Nagato and the fight against Hanzo and the shinobi. Just seeing the power at play. What do you call that? The ghetto statue. It's familiar to what they did to Shizune and whatnot, and some of the other Leaf Shinobi in present day, with them kind of taking their souls out. Cool seeing all the rods go in him, so like it extracts his chakra and whatnot. Obviously that connects deeply to the current pain system, power system here. For the funniest, we'll skip over that, and then for the Sacco, we'll give it to Hanzo. I want to give it to Danzo too, honestly. I wish I could give it to multiple characters because screw both of them, man. But yeah, dude, Hanzo protecting his own power just because he's insecure about them potentially coming up to take over, even though they were like going about things in a peaceful way. Their organization they were setting up, that wasn't forceful. They seemed to be good shinobi at that point. They weren't just going around inflicting pain on everyone at that point, right? They were somewhat, I want to say peaceful, but they were grounded. And Hanzo just out of fear set them up and yeah, put them in that freaking situation, dude. Awful stuff. That was terrible, man. Terrible. Just evil. Evil to put someone in that situation. But yeah, y'all, good episodes. I definitely feel a little sad from watching them, I'm not gonna lie. But I am very, very curious to see Naruto's response now. Is it going to be something like Naruto just connecting with Nagato on his pain, like telling me he understands? Is it going to be Naruto telling his story to Nagato to try to help Nagato understand? You know, where is this bridge going to be, or this gap going to be bridged here? You know, how is Naruto going to overcome his hatred, and how is it going to impact Nagato and Konan in this present moment? You know, what's the true answer to peace here? And I don't know. I was hoping we were going to get in these episodes. I'm thinking maybe it'll be the next ones, but I'm super curious on how the author is going to kind of end this narrative here, or if it's going to continue to be a theme into the rest of the show as well. Who knows? But yeah, y'all, really good. Let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments below. I appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. If you do want early access, check out the Patreon link below. We're 4 weeks ahead there. Would love to have y'all on Patreon with us. And yeah, I will catch you for the next episodes. Peace.